was it a bit of an education for her? Because I'm guessing a lot of athletes are aware of social media.
Mm-hmm.
They know that they maybe should be on it more, but from what I understand, you're educating them in a sense as
Mm-hmm.
to the power of it, the necessity of it,
Mm-hmm.
but kind of how they can strategize
Mm-hmm.
and then sort of deliver upon it. Are you
100%.
finding that with her and the other athletes?
100%. It's the, yeah, showcasing the benefits, the positives. I think they know the benefits and positives, and that because the rise of athlete driven content is so high, there's that feeling of FOMO of like, oh, I'm seeing these individuals do it. I want to sort of tap into that. But it's the starting point is, press up, we're trying to make that barrier to entry as low as possible. So supporting them with the strategy, ideation, video editing, whatever they need support with, reduce that barrier to entry so they can basically get started and access all those opportunities. So there's a huge interest. It's just, yeah, getting them into it and then into the process, all about systems and processes and facilitating that for them to yeah, access all those opportunities like I've said.
I think that's, I mean, calling it barrier to entry is so true.
I think, yeah, that's the
But
perception.
one thing that I'm kind of aware of is that professional athletes, they shouldn't always need to be content creators, because
Mm-hmm.
content creators is a quite a broad um, job title and
Mm-hmm. It
definition,
is.
but
Yeah.
it's generally for people who spend 8 to 12 to 24 hours a day
Mm-hmm.
creating content for that never-ending cycle
Mm-hmm.
of trying to grab attention. Um, so what I think is so important is that you're lowering that barrier to entry,
Mm-hmm.
educating them how to do it, and just making it work within their schedules.
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately, we want to see everything about every successful athlete's career, but realistically, that requires a player or a team to have a content team generating all that.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, if you're able to do that at that stage, you've kind of already made it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the journey's somewhat well developed. It's not over by any means, but
Mm-hmm.
it's well developed. And I think what you're doing is super important for athletes to be able to get on
Mm-hmm.
the train, as early as possible, and to try and keep up with the sort of content creator economy,
It's the same
and
with,
just doing it in a way that reaches an
yeah.
audience.
I was going to say it's the same with FAYDER though. Essentially both our businesses are facilitating these opportunities for athletes. Ultimately they have a whole spectrum of opportunities, and we're both trying to lower that barrier to entry for them so they can flourish on social media, flourish on the pitch or the golf course or the basketball court, whatever it is. They can flourish and access all those opportunities, and that's the intention behind both our businesses ultimately.